what we do for the community, like that's something you should definitely be proud of. Like, in like, if people make fun of you for it, like, are those people really your friends? Like, you're just trying to be successful.
Hey, how's it going? It's Tim Brown, and this is the Hook Better Leads podcast. And today I'm chatting with Daniel Magazoo from Ride the Wave, who does engagement in Facebook groups for you. Check them out at ridethewave.info. Daniel, how'd you get into this, man? This is a cool business.
Tim, thanks for having me on. Really impressed with what you got going with Hook Agency. I'll give you a brief rundown of who I am, what we're doing now, and how I got into it. So back in 2019, as you can remember, it's the start of COVID. I'm a freshman in college. I get sent home from school. And my parents didn't want us hanging out with our friends, our friends inside, but they allowed us to hang out with them outside for whatever reason.
This is a wild time. I was just looking back at some pictures from this era, and it looks crazy.
So we end up deciding to start a landscaping business. And we were a little bit confused on how to get landscaping jobs. The only experience we had was a summer of landscaping before, and we just knew nothing about business. But I did know that all the girls in my grade would post to Facebook groups to get babysitting and nannying jobs. And I thought, why not try that out for the newly established landscaping business? So I posted to my local town community group all about Franklin, Mass. Hey, I'm Daniel Magazoo. Would love to help anybody out with their landscaping this summer. I'm a college kid who just got sent home from COVID and would love to earn some money. Attached a few pictures of work I did the previous summer, and I think 15 people reached out from that one Facebook group post. And wow. That was the start of the business. Ran that business every summer during college. Loved it. Loved landscaping, but hated it at the same time. But just loved
work. Backbreaking work. It's like kind of like roofing. It's like, man, shoveling rock when I was 20 years old as a landscaper. That is no joke. Shoveling rock is a pain.
Yeah, we did a lot of decorative stonework too, and it was it hurt. But I don't know. I liked it. I mean, I hadn't really gotten to the point where like I had massive teams or stuff, so I was definitely in the day-to-day of everything too. But when I graduated school, this was spring of 2023, I decided I want to continue my entrepreneurship, I guess, career. And thought the best path was just to continue with the landscaping business, but I wanted to see what I really could do with it. Wanted to see how much I could scale it that summer. So I hired 6 people. And instead of just posting to my local town community group, I just started posting to every single town Facebook group of all of the towns I was willing to go to. And it scaled the business really nicely. Facebook groups is how I sourced all of my leads. So it was just Facebook groups and word of mouth. The summer came to the end, and I was just sort of burnt out with landscaping. And I was deciding what was next, just because, landscaping, my business is a mulching business. So we only do mulching, which is primarily a summer gig. And I no longer had college. So I was just figuring out what was next. And I was like thinking to myself, and I think my dad said to me one day, he was like, you should help people out with Facebook groups. Like you get so many jobs from them. And I thought, that's a pretty good idea. So
dads.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's like the least entrepreneurial person ever. He just
really
came up with a great business. But I offered to just help some guy in my hometown who was starting a home renovation company for free with his Facebook group stuff. I was just wanted to see if I could replicate the success for another person. and it ended up crushing for him as well. He had a really interesting story, which helped, but it proved to me that I could help other home service businesses with Facebook groups. In 2024, I scaled from that one client to 60 active clients. And in
It's crazy. That's quick.
2025, yeah, in 2025, we went from 60 to we're close to 200 now. So we're doing Facebook groups for almost 200 home service businesses, really just increasing their brand awareness, getting them involved with the communities, generating high quality leads within the Facebook groups.
Does your company want to build your brand and get more jobs in the neighborhoods you're currently working in?
The Brick by Brick playbook allows you to establish your brand, your reputation, and gain trust in any neighborhood in your service area with a series of 4 postcards sent once a week to the neighbors of your current jobs. If you want to get more work in the neighborhoods you're currently working in, get with the team at Dope Marketing and get your Brick by Brick playbook set up today.
And I want to try to help people learn this strategy, even if they didn't use you guys, Daniel, so that we can kind of give some value here. I hope you don't mind sharing a little bit of the secret sauce so that if then they just would rather have somebody do it for them, that they can use you guys. Is that okay?
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, we're the experts in Facebook groups. I mean, we have 40 team members who devote their whole work days to Facebook groups. So like we really know what we're doing, and happy to give away or share kind of the process of how to do it. So
give me the premise, the basic premise, because essentially you said that guy had an interesting story. So it does help to use human interest stories to kind of capture people's attention when they're scrolling in these groups. You can't just promote.
Exactly. Well, when you think about a Facebook group, Tim, especially a town community group, it's centered around people and people within your community. So think about it this way. If you're a business that just goes in there, posts from the business page, and just spams your business with no context, no personal touch, no engagement factor, people are just going to scroll right by that. And the admin might not even let you post. The admin might ban you. So you really got to have some sort of level of thinking about it the way, someone in your community would think about it when they read your posts. So you want to have some level of personal touch, maybe showcase like some good you've done for the community. Like let's say you give back to dog shelters. Include like the most wowing photos of your work. Include a personal photo. Like keep it really personable. Keep it authentic. Don't make it too addy in a way. Make it very community oriented.
And I've been like recommending people like do stuff that makes them ingrained in the community. Like you can be involved in an event, you can help at a nonprofit, those types of things. Those also play very well in these Facebook groups. I feel like it's a little scary sometimes to put yourself out there. Like I'm not just doing charity to get accolades. It's almost like having somebody on the outside help you with this stuff can help you get out of your head. It's like, because you do have to talk about these things for people to know that you're a community-driven roofing company, right?
Right. Yeah, and this is something I was scared about with my landscaping business is I would always get scared to post in my hometown Facebook group for some reason. I'd be like, oh, I don't want people to know that I'm doing this. But I don't know. Over time, I gained the confidence. It's like, I'm not ashamed of my business or what we do or what we do for the community. Like, that's something you should definitely be proud of. Like, in like, if people make fun of you for it, like, are those people really your friends? Like, you're just trying to be successfget So, like, it's not something I would be ashamed of.
And it's like they're probably not actually thinking about you anyway. Like let's say get 50 likes on something because it was well written, because you thought about it and you made something compelling, or you had Ride the Wave do it. It's interesting and compelling and accurate, but then most people aren't thinking. They'll like it and move on with their day. Maybe they'll think about you next time they need your roofing company, your home service business, but they're not sitting there like scrutinizing your intentions and like constantly. People aren't thinking about us as much as we think. Even if they see you, that's great, but they're not like analyzing your whole life like you are sometimes. Like people get just all kinds of Facebook. Like people don't use their personal Facebook for business enough, in my opinion. I think that's something that's a hill I'll die on. I think people are wasting a lot of time on their company page, and they should be really using their personal page way more.
Yeah. And I think humans are naturally selfish creatures. So like no one is spending more than 10 seconds thinking about your Facebook post. So, so you might as well get your name out there.
Yeah, exactly. What about like, how often can you use the same story? Let's say, like, because in your case, you're a college kid, you're home, you're just looking for a little bit more work. It's probably like a feel good story of this hustler kid. Like, how many times can you kind of use the same angle on these posts and still get business from it? Or like, do you need to kind of have fresh new stories on a regular basis?
That's a good question. Here's how I would think about it. With any sort of advertisement, there's always advertisement fatigue, right? So the more people see the same thing, the more likely they are to recognize it and just sort of skip by it. So what I like to do personally is whenever I go to repost in a group that I've already posted in, I like to come at it with a new angle. That can be either a new story, a really impressive job you've just done, like an impressive like personal accomplishment, a giveaway works really well. But you want it to be new and fresh sort of every time so that people don't get used to seeing the same thing over. Now, with that being said, I did base a lot of my mulch landscaping business on the fact that I was, a college student, or I was just starting out, or I was a young entrepreneur. I kind of used that story over and over again, but something about the post always changed. You can't just repeatedly post the same thing over and over again.
Can you just pretend I'm about to be a customer, because I want to be a customer of yours, Daniel? How would you extract things out of my brain to then come up with stuff to post in groups? Like, how do you find these angles for all these people? Because I bet you a lot of people are sitting out there like, I don't know if I have an interesting story. Like, maybe my business isn't good fit for this because it's not that interesting.
I would challenge that. I think every person is unique and everybody has something interesting about them. And the way we do it for our customers is, one, we have like an onboarding form where, you tell us a bunch of different stories and like we kind of make content out of that. But where we
so you find all the angles and you kind of, how to ask the questions in such a way that will get the closest to, what's worked. It's worked in the past, and you can kind of glean through their ideas and then be like, these three things we know based on posting in all these groups, because you guys post in like 100 groups or something like that for people, right? Like it's a lot.
Yeah. We'll join honestly as many as possible.
Yeah.
Because the more groups you're in, the less you sort of have to retarget the same group over and over again.
Yeah.
But going back to what you were saying. Oh, yes. So after you kind of fill out that form, we like to get on a call with the person too. And we have like a really friendly, like onboarding person that's like good at getting information out of people and like good at getting them to kind of share what's going on.
Yeah.
So she's able to get like kind of like the fun facts, like the stuff that's really kind of unique to the individual that helps us craft those stories.
That's awesome. So that's a good thing in general to be good at is being curious and then finding people's stories interesting, right? Like that's what it requires, I bet, for your team is like be curious and like be interested and see the beautiful human stories that we all have to create angles for these posts. I think photos have got to be part of this too, right? Like you guys probably try to get some. Like, do you, on an ongoing way, do you recommend they take certain photos? Like, hey, go take this picture of your kid in front of the logo or something like that. Like, do you do stuff like that?
Yeah. So that brings up another great point is the photos on your Facebook group posts matter a ton, right?
Yeah.
And you want photos that people in the group kind of stop and stare at, you know? So examples of photos that work really well, right? I don't know, like say you just recently got engaged, photo at the wedding. Say you just recently have a kid, photo with a baby. People love babies.
So it's basically the stuff that works well on your Facebook page anyways. It's knowing, like, I know like the picture of me when I started my business always does, like I'll post the same picture every year because I'm like, I know people love that like underdog story from when I started. So I'll be like, and I started this long ago and now we're 55 people or whatever. And then people are like, I love it. So maybe some people hate me because it's like, some people don't like the success, you know, or whatever, but it's like in general, it gets a lot more likes and engagement.
Yeah, definitely. It's the same idea. It's the same idea.
Cool. And, okay, let's say I'm a startup, scrappy roofing company. Let's just say that for a second. And I have to try to figure out how to do some of this on my own. What's the highest leverage thing that I could do on my own that you guys obviously make a lot easier? And by the way, I think your pricing is pretty reasonable. So people check them out, ridethewave.info. But what is like, if they're trying to kind of do the similar thing on their own, what's like things you've learned through Hard Knocks that you'd highly recommend?
Yeah. Okay.
I know this one's hard because I'm asking you for real shit, and I know that you guys do this for people. So if you tell me you don't want to go into deeper strategy, that's fine.
Automate your communication with Proline, the only communication-first CRM for roofers. Because when you fix your communication, you'll sell more jobs.
We had 200% growth, and I attribute that to Proline.
But just with one automation, I was able to get 25 Google reviews.
Proline's not going to win the beauty pageant, but it will save your Saturday.
No. I mean, all right. So if you're doing this on your own, realistically, you're not going to have a couple hours a day to devote to it like we do. Here's what I would recommend. You're going to want to join 10 Facebook groups, ideally in the 10 towns you are most happy to do service. You're going to look for groups that allow businesses to post. And you're also going to look for groups that have decent engagement. So make sure people are posting in them, that sort of thing. Next step is you're going to write a post about your business, about yourself, attach 4 photos that you're really proud of. You're just going to write that, make sure that's written nicely and clean and you have good photos, and you're going to want to post
AI should do it, right?
AI can help. Weirdly, Facebook is so anti-AI that we've seen that AI written posts sometimes get auto rejected by an algorithm.
By the way, like I can tell every time now, and I think a lot of people can. I just think social is a way.
You also just
not
shouldn't
saying you
use
can't
AI on social.
What's that?
In my opinion, you shouldn't use AI on social.
I just think, but there's a lot of people like preaching that, like people that aren't in marketing but are like, marketing agencies are bullshit or whatever, are like, go just write it yourself. I'm telling you, every time I see those posts, and I think a lot of people are like me, they just like, if you can't take the time to write this, I can't take the time to read this. You know what I mean? Like I understand sometimes people are using, and this is the way I've used it, is I've I've used it to help extract a story from me, and then I'll use it to help, but you need to modify it, make it fresh, right? You need to like make sure it doesn't feel like AI because people can feel it.
Yeah, and it's also like you want to put your own creative touch on it. Like that's what gets likes is the authenticity.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so yeah, use AI if you want, but I recommend you don't.
Yeah.
So now you have your posts. Now you're just gonna follow the group rules and post to one group a day.
One group a day.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, wake
Can you
up.
post the same thing to one group a day?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And it's a fresh post. It's not like you're sharing a post from your personal page. You're posting you're posting natively in the group.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And if you want to make it easier on yourself, you could do 2 days of 5 groups. You just don't want to post to more than 5 groups in a day, as it could lead to an account suspension or shadow ban.
Okay. And then you're probably going to get blocked from some groups in general, like a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, the admin can block you, but I wouldn't worry.
They've got a competing roofing company.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
more groups out there. They have self-interest, whatever.
Yeah. So like, I want to save all promotion in this group to the shit that's paying me or something like that. It's like, like people run these groups and they're just like, hey, if you want to promote yourself in this group, it's $1,000 a month. And it's usually not a good, it's not really a good deal usually.
Yeah, I would say $1,000 a month for one group is not a good investment.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, but no one's going to do it. But if like they're all $100 and they would just let you promote all the time and they're sure that might make sense, but it's probably not going to be usually it's not a very good price. Usually when I've seen these from Facebook groups that they want.
Yeah.
Like there's
if it's reasonable, go for it. If it's like $50 a month, sure. Test it out. I'm sure you can get your value.
Okay, so mistakes. And by the way, like feel free to talk about the way you guys get around these mistakes, but like what are some common mistakes that people will make if they were to go this alone?
Wow, there's a lot. It's honestly very hard to do by yourself, in my opinion. It's hard to get right. And it's hard to get the maximum out of it. Like we're able to do. And there's definitely a learning curve. I mean, it's just really important what you're actually posting to the group.
Yeah.
Like I would say, because if you go into a Facebook group and you look through the posts, you're going to see a lot of people doing the same thing. Just graphic phone number or so like take your time to genuinely write a good post. I would say that's number one. Another mistake, so this is actually kind of like like a little bit of insider info, but like a landing page or like a form fill out, we have found is the best converting way to get a lead in the Facebook groups versus sending them to a website or linking your phone number. So we've tested all 3. A basic like jot form or fill out form converts the best. Or a really basic landing page with like not a ton of information on it or not a lot of other clickable buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do for like paid, like Google paid ads is like we'll get rid of the menu. We'll get rid of all the other things that you can click off. And it's literally just like, give us your info. It's like simpler, but then like trust like reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I would think about it is like, you don't want to link to your website. You want to link to like a Google ads landing page.
Okay. Perfect. I like that. What else is like, you've seen somebody go it alone, they botched it and had to come back to you because they like why do they come back? You know what I mean? Like what do people like not end up doing on their own that you guys just handle?
It's just the volume of it that we do it at. I mean, we're finding usually over 200 groups for each of our clients. We're identifying which groups are the most optimal to post in on which days.
Mm-hmm.
And, that takes a lot of time. Like we're probably spending a couple hours a day on each client's account between A/B testing different copies, deciding on which groups are optimal on which days.
Yeah.
Changing posts very frequently, quickly testing, like you or a VA or someone on your team is not going to have the knowledge of Facebook groups like we do, which is going to make it very, you can do it, but like we'll be able to do it better.
Yeah. And feel free to give a call to action. I want people to be able to contact you guys and get started with this if it's appropriate for them. Where can they go to get started?
Yeah, so the best way is to reach us at our website. It's just ridethewave.info. There's a book a call right on there.
Sweet.
That is the easiest way. If you want to talk to me directly, I am happy to. That book a call will lead you to a call with our sales team, who is awesome. If you want to email me, if you have questions or whatnot, it's dmagazu@ridethewave.info. My last name is spelled Magazu.
Yeah, I think like I just want to double down on this. Hey, Facebook groups is a massive strategy. I'm going into this new year with this roofing company. Like I'm going to hammer groups, whatever it takes, but I'm going on like the comment threads and stuff like that. Like I want to make sure we're there and available. And I want to recommend other people a lot. So I'm present, right? I'm present. I think like if you're doing some of that too, it can complement this. Being present in these Facebook groups and being like, it's basically a huge strategy. So, highly recommend doing some effort, whether it's ridethewave.info or whether it's like you just being present and trying to be there and, be recommended. Also, hey, my thing, dude, is telling people specifically when I say, hey, I want to be referred, saying, hey, in Facebook groups. And I'll just say that to the audience right now. In Facebook groups, if you've ever gotten any value from Hook Agency, recommend us. Recommend Hook Agency in Facebook groups. Oh, I'd really appreciate it. It really matters to me. So, and especially if you work with Hook Agency and are having a great experience, please do that. And we're so grateful. And you can do that like with your clients and with the people that are active. Like once you start seeing like, hey, these 5 people I know are super active in this group, be like, hey, whenever anyone asks for a roofer, talk about us, please. Like, so it's being a little bit more explicit. I've seen my competitors be way more explicit. I can tell they're explicit because they're showing up there and like 5 of their clients are saying, hey, this company. And I'm like, they asked directly for that. They're asking. So ask for the referral. That's another thing. Like ask for the referral and ask for them to actually mention your company in Facebook groups. Hey, it means the world to us when people ask in these local Facebook groups, if you could please recommend us, thank you. Like I know there's so many things to ask for at the end of a sale, but I think like being explicit, especially when you know somebody's super active in a group.
If you truly believe in what you're doing and you want to be the best version of yourself and you want to build a great organization, there's no other place to do that besides the Roofing Academy.
Totally. Another thing you can do, let's say you're a roofing company owner like yourself, Tim. After the job is done, put a little extra incentive, not only on a Google review, but also for them to leave a review in their local Facebook group community. Damn,
that's good.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, I know I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, but with the landscaping company, that's what we asked for, Facebook group review. Because the Facebook group review leads to direct leads, and it's good brand recognition in your community.
So you like almost put some money out there for them if you do this? You say like, here, we'll give you $100 if you do that or something, or how do you do that?
Yeah, just, hey, we'll give you, it's usually like $25. Hey, if you want to write a Facebook group post like for us, like give you $25 off, or I'll buy you a gift card to or whatever they're interested in.
Super smart.
Yeah.
That's huge. Because if you have a little bit of user generated content too, not just from your company, man, that group will become a stronghold probably even faster, I would guess.
Yeah. Our best clients have really good reputations. Mm-hmm. So you'll get, when you're posting into Facebook groups, like a lot of times a longer standing company with a good reputation, like people will be like, I love working with them, like they're the best. Like, and those like comments from your customers, those probably help generate like 2 times the leads. So like it seems so minor, but it's so important to have a good reputation, to have a community that backs you. The opposite effect is true if you don't have a good reputation.
Yeah.
Like the communities will call you out for, scammy stuff you've pulled in the past or whatever. So it's important that you have a good reputation within these groups.
It's so important. It hurts. It hurts because it's like there's times obviously where you may have had a bad experience, but it's not, if the reputation is that you don't do the right thing, all your marketing is going to get more expensive, and frankly, it gets tiring to keep putting yourself out there if you're not. So all this is under the premise that you're going to do the right thing.
Right. Yeah. Reputation is critical. It's one of the most important parts of any business.
100%. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for being on. Can you say the domain one more time so people can go check you guys out?
Yeah, it's ridethewave.info.
ridethewave.info. And if you do talk to them, please let them know you found them through this show, and maybe just mention Hook Agency. We'd love for them to know that it was worthwhile to take the time to be on this show. So thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, Tim.
Yes, sir.
They're so thorough with every detail of the website. Working with Hook, the design is probably 50x better than any other design I've ever had. Their team is super communicative, and I mean this genuinely. I'm happy to pay you guys to work with us. It's been a tremendous experience.